Hello everyone, FB here to bring you another edition of FB's weekly race. This is an endurance race that I host every Saturday, which lasts for about 1 hour on a track that's released just before the race goes live. The track uses a mixture of different styles that you find in stadiums, such as tech, dirt, speed, obstacles, etc. No registration is needed to participate, simply join the server before starting time and you will be eligible to play. We're seeing some warm-ups right now on this week's track, which is That What's Close by Kavi. And before the race goes live, I also want to mention that I run a time attack competition on the most recently used map. To participate, upload your best replay of the map to Mania Exchange. The deadline is always set to 2 PM CET on Saturday. And as before, a season will also be taking place. The season will now last for 2 months, and for this season that means 8 races with your 6 best results being counted. Top 15 will get points, with the person getting the best lap receiving 5 bonus points. And top 3 will win some prizes based on contributions through Twitch and YouTube. And here are the current results. fB's won the race again last week. This was his 3rd win in total this season, and with that, plus a best lap in addition, he's up to 125 points and is in the lead in the overall ranking. Behind him we got Morris89 with 91 points and Roa with 88 points. Lastly, if you want to find out more information about this race, that can be found below the stream or VOD. So we are about to start. We got 229 players on the server, it says at least, because apparently the server is full. People couldn't join it before I added the password, so we'll see if that number will rise or if it will stay the same. Anyways, let's take a look at a couple of players that will play this week. We got fB's, the current leader, participating again. And then we see Morris89 just in front of him, also participating. And I believe Roa is also driving, who's currently at 3rd place, but I can't find him right now. Anyway, we also got Raysons returning to the race. For those who don't know, Raysons has won the race the most amount of times. 12 times in total he's been at 1st place. Will this be his 13th time taking 1st place? We'll see. Alright. 5 seconds left to go. We are about to go live. I will, of course, disable the chat as usual. Alright, there we go. Good luck, have fun. So, we'll drive 23 laps this week. The race will take about 45 minutes for 1st place. And then a 10-minute timer will start for everyone else to finish the race as well. And let's follow fB's as we go through the 1st lap. It looks like we will have 229 players driving the race. So that is a new record. We've never had that many players driving before. So that's awesome to see. I'm not sure exactly why it doesn't show more because, yeah, apparently the server was full. But we'll have to figure that out later, I guess. Alright, so we are live into the 1st round, and here's a speed section. That fB's will hit the edge of the wall right, and he's gonna lose a ton of speed with that, and a ton of positions as well. He's down to 156th place. He's through the speed section now, as I experience some heavy lag, and I think that might be because of the amount of players on the server. Anyways, fB's went through the speed section, and here's a small obstacle part that we will go through without problems. It's down to 139th place. And following that we have a F1 mode. So this is a custom camera part. You don't see this too often, but I always think it's pretty cool when the authors add these kind of custom cameras to the maps. So fB's will drive through that part in a great way. He's up to 74th place now. Still a long way to go though before he will reach the absolute top. Then we have some tech turns following that, and after that we will have a dirt section of the map, which will lead into the 2nd lap. And yeah, sorry if the server was full when you tried to join, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. The server got 255 slots, and if it says it's full, and nothing I can do, even though it says 229 players started. So I don't know if that's a bug with Mania Planet or what's going on with that, but yeah, not much I can do about it. Anyways, Hobby Flyer is gonna enter the second lap. He's up to 29th place. Saw him doing some zigzag movements over the stretch. That's faster on both grass and dirt. In the future, I won't allow any more dirt stretches or grass stretches for this reason, because I want people to actually rest during the stretch and not having to do any sort of movements. Alright, so Hobby Flyer will go through the speed section now without any faults. See a respawn checkpoint here as well. And see who's at the top. It is Raisons. Not the first time we've seen this, yeah, we'll see. Will Raisons win for the 13th time? Of course, he won't be able to win the season since he wasn't participating in the 4 first races, but definitely a big contender to winning this race. He's now about 6,800s ahead of Shark, who's at 2nd place, and then Coons is at 3rd. Coons, who haven't really played that much in the race. He's never been on the podium. I don't know if he's actually even finished the race at all. I don't think he has, maybe once, but can't really remember. Anyways, he's doing well now. He's at 3rd place, and following him we got Roa, then Wally at 5th, and another Canadian player in Carl Jr. driving in the race. Also someone who doesn't really participate that much. Probably because he lives in Canada and it's super early right now. Let's see who else we got. We got Tamarillo driving. He's finished the race once, I believe, so it's cool to see him drive again. Let's see here. Link is doing well at 7th place, and also Tween is participating again, who is pretty high up in the season ranking. I think 4th or 5th or something like that. You see also Spam in front of him, who's also high up in the ranking, and can definitely still be a contender to win the whole season, even though Hobby Flyer has dominated so far. But it's still 4 races remaining, including this one, so a lot can still happen. Hobby Flyer now up to 11th place after his shaky start, and yeah, would not count him out yet, but definitely could have had a better start to this race, that's for sure. Let's see here. We got Shorty driving. Shorty, who's been on the podium 15 times in total. With that, he's at 2nd place. It's only behind Sand, who's been on the podium 18 times. Let's see. We got Nugget driving for Team Dingtas as well. 12th place. Mars A9, who is at 2nd place in the season right now. He's also driving. He's currently at 17th place, so he's outside of the top 15. Top 15 who will get points in the season. So that's not good for Mars A9. So far he's been top 15 in all 4 races. It's quite impressive. So we'll see if he can make a comeback from this position. I'm sure he can. Still very early. We're only into lap 3. And we have a new leader in Shark. Looks like Raisons dropped down to 3rd place, just behind Wally. Through the dirt section, soon entering lap 4. You see it's still really close in the top. Only 9 seconds between 1st and 22nd place. Oh, Raisons did clip the wall as he enters the stretch. He will lose some speed with that. And we do see Shark with a new local record, 156.70. Again, the best lap will give you 5 bonus points, which could turn out to be important in the end, because besides Hobby Flyer, who's got a pretty comfortable lead right now at 1st place, behind him it's actually really close. So a best lap can definitely make a difference. Alright, so Shark is keeping the lead. He's almost 2 seconds ahead of Wally now. So we'll see if he can keep it up. He's not won the race any time. I think he's maybe been on the podium though. Take a quick look here. Yes, he's been 2nd once and also 3rd once, so he's been on the podium 2 times. Following Link, who's at 9th place, just behind Roa, who's also from France. Good F1 part from Link. As he closes in on Roa, might be able to overtake him as well. Still behind him. You can see Wally and Raysons just ahead of them. And we got Carl Jr. at 6th place, and his teammate Spam at 7th. And then Koons, who was at 3rd place last time I spec'd him, is now down to 8th. Oh, and he's gonna hit the side of the wall. So let's see here, both Tween and Habifire pass him, so he's down to 10th place now. We got Shorty at 11th. Actually, Speedy Need will pass him. Marcy 9 within top 50 now at 13th. Then we got Boy at 14th, which I can't spec because he got a nickname Link for his whole nickname, so I can't click it. Let's see here. Oh, he drops down to 16 now. Yoshi right now at 15th place. Let's see here. Raysons did take over the best lap, 156.13. But that's definitely not gonna be staying for too long. It's definitely going to be improved. Looks like we still got over 200 players driving in the race. Let's see if we'll also get a new record for the amount of people finishing the race. I think it's like 134 players, so we'll see. Of course, I do have a 10-minute timer now. In the past I used to have a 15-minute timer, so that automatically means that lesser players will be able to finish the race, but it's not too much of a difference, I think. So Rayson's up to 2nd place and he's only 1 second behind Shark, so he's on a good pace now. New local record in the previous lap, and this could also be a good time from Raysons. Let's follow him through this lap. See if he's gonna set another local record. Oh no, he's gonna crash instead, so this is most likely not going to be a new record by Raysons. So Shark will get a slightly larger lead. He's almost 2 seconds ahead right now. And yeah, please keep it civilized in the chat, thanks. Alright, so Shark in lead, soon entering lap 6. And he is continuing to extend his lead over Raysons, so it's good stuff here from Shark. Nice time as well, 156.54. Here's Raysons at 2nd place, Wally is at 3rd, we got Roa at 4th, Link at 5th, Carl Jr. at 6th, Habifire at 7th, Koons at 8th, Spam at 9th, Tween at 10th, Speedy Need at 11th, Shorty at 12th, Thompson at 13th, Yoshi at 14th, and Morrissey 9 at 15th place. And as I like to do, let's go through the pages here to see who else is driving. A bit further back, we see Saber is driving, who's been on the podium a couple of times, including in this season. He was 3rd in the first race, but only at 29th place right now, so he's had a rocky start as well. See if you can make a return from that. We got Sky driving, and not the Sky from Team Acer. This is Sky for Maniac 2, the news page. For those who haven't checked out the website in a while, they have a very cool top 20 tech players article series going on, and it's down to top 11 right now, so it's definitely worth a read. Let's pay a visit to Maniac 2's website. Let's see who else we have. We got Clockran driving, primarily a dirt player, drives for NWT. Currently at 50th place, or 49th place now, ahead of Cammy. Let's see who else we have. We got Mario for IGN, and also an ESL admin, notoriously known as a RPG player, first and foremost. Currently at 74th place, behind Magic Man and ahead of Wing. Who else do we have driving? We got Firestorm from Germany at 84th place, having a close battle with Sundra. And it's behind, or ahead of Left as well. Who else do we have? We got Own Psycho for Flying Dragons at 108 position. Behind Baron and ahead of Comhem. We have Hawk for Kos. Kos, which is a speed clan if I'm not mistaken. At 114th place. Ahead of QE right now. We got Ninja for MD, a Polish player at 143rd place. Behind Prim and ahead of Mellow. Who else do we have? We got Nelj for NGM at 154th place. Behind Gurangi and ahead of Akalik. It's gonna take a while. We got Skyliners at 165th place. Behind Fluffy Mittens and ahead of Gotira. It looks like Raysons is back at first place now. He's past Shark. Wally is still at third place. We got Tom9333 for Reality and from France, playing for the first time I think, at 182nd place, behind Kardokin and ahead of Magnet. And I think he actually, yeah, he quit the race. Interesting. And who is the current last player here? That is the question. Let's see here. Looks like it's Mr. Ghetto, also from France, at 190th place, but he will pass a couple of players who quit, including Tom. Anyways, let's go back to the top. Raysons is in the lead, and look at this. He will improve his local record again. 155.42. So right now, Raysons with the double, first place in the race, which will give you 40 points, and then also with the best lap, which will give you 5 bonus points. And he's almost 2.5 seconds ahead of Shark now. So yeah, we see the typical Raysons win, which is to completely dominate the race, just extending his lead lap after lap, and then be ahead with like 20 seconds. We'll see. Wally is still keeping on to that third place, and he's actually quite far ahead of Roa. You can see here at the top, at the car, those times on the right and left side. That actually shows you how close the players are to each other. So Roa got 2 seconds up to Carl Jr. now, actually, who passes him, and now he's only 1300 behind Carl Jr. And then he's 2 seconds ahead of Haberfire. And if the time is red, that means he's losing time. If it's green, that means he's gaining time. So it's pretty useful, not just for me as a caster, but maybe especially so for the players. So yeah, Carl Jr. will pass and go up to 4th place. And trying to catch up to Wally now. He's 2 seconds behind him. Haberfire up to 6th, taking another position. It looks like Koons is outside of the top 22. I wonder if he's still driving. Yeah, he's still driving, but he's dropped down to 24th place. So not a good time here for Koons right now. Losing quite a lot of time. And Shark, Wally and Carl Jr. all improving their times, but they are still behind the Raysons. With quite a lot actually, so seems like Raysons have figured out this track. We'll follow Shorty through this lap. We're into lap 9 out of 23. Shorty got Haberfire in front of him, about 1 second. He's gaining some, less than 1 second behind now. As he goes into the F1 mode. What's interesting about Shorty is that even though he's been on the podium 15 times, he's only won the race once. He's been 10 times second and then 4 times third. He always does well, but not very often at first place. Only one time so far. Let's see here. Now he's losing some time on Hobbyflyer. 1.5 seconds behind. Oh, and looks like Wally has gone up to second place. Shark dropped down to third, and actually Wally has taken in on Raisons with quite a lot. So maybe Raisons crashed somewhere on the map. It's possible. Wally with a good time as well. 155.83, third best local record with that. Hobbyflyer also improving his time, and so will Shorty, and also Thompson. Pretty close here between Hobbyflyer, Roa, and Carl Jr. 2 seconds between them. Let's see if Hobbyflyer can catch up anything. Had that bad start, crashing in the speed section on the first lap, but has done a pretty good job advancing in the ranking. And had he not made that crash, then he probably would have been in the top 3. Oh, he's gonna hit the roof, so he's not gonna leave that half pipe with a lot of speed, so he's gonna lose a lot of time with that. And he's now 3 seconds behind Roa. Let's follow Roa here. He and Carl Jr. have a very close battle for 4th place. Coons will also improve his local record, 156.79. Oh, I went a bit too wide there, I think. It's hard to tell though. It's about half a second between them right now. Raisons will enter lap 10 now. So we are soon halfway through the race. Or lap 11, I mean. Only about 1 second ahead of Wally, and these two players have had close battles in the past as well. This is not the first time they are first and second place. Massa will improve his local record, 156.65. All of a sudden, Wally is now 3.5 seconds behind Raisons. I think he must have clipped the wall before the speed section. Yeah, he's now 4 seconds behind Raisons even. It's not good. And that means, of course, that Carl Jr. is getting really close now. Could go up to second place. Actually third place now. He passed Shark, who actually also will crash here, and he stops. He's gonna retire, so Shark gives up. Interesting. That means, of course, that everyone will gain position. Including Roa, who's up to 4th place now. Hobbyflyer at 5th, Shorty at 6th, Speedy Need at 7th, Thompson at 8th, Link at 9th, Spam at 10th, and we got Boy at 11th. I wonder who this Boy player is, because I never heard of that player before. Maybe someone knows who it is. Let's see here. Then we got Marseille 9 at 12th, Massa at 13th, Koons now to 14th place, so he's within top 15 at least. And Can is at 15th place as we enter lap 12. and still got 170 players driving the race. So probably will have quite a lot of players finishing the race as well, which is awesome to see. Well, it's probably someone who's using a fake nick, I would assume at least. Which of course I do not recommend, because it makes it very hard for me to keep track of the scores and everything. This has caught up with Massa. And actually also overtaking him, so oh, but then he crashed. And Can will maybe pass Coombs as well. Yes, he will. At least for a moment. Very close here between Massa, Coombs and Can. At the top, Rayson's now 5 seconds ahead of Wally. I'm starting to think this will be Rayson's 13th win. And of course, he's been on the podium. He's not also taking first place, he's also been second and third. So this would be his 15th time on the podium, if he keeps it up. Wally has been on the podium 7 times. 3 times first, 2 times second, and 2 times third. So this would be his 8th time on the podium. And then we have Carl Jr., who's never been on the podium. This would be his first. You can actually go up to second place even. Wally just in front of him, is in close pursuit of him. And maybe passing him here. Not yet. 2 Canadians. Wally and Carl Jr. And Roy is actually not that far behind at 4th place. So still possible for him to get on the podium as well. For Shorty though, it might be too difficult. 9 seconds behind Raysons right now. Hobby Flyer is 13 seconds behind Raysons, 3 seconds behind Shorty. So we might not see Hobby Flyer on the podium this week, but still important points if he finishes the race. He did also have another race where he played pretty well. He was like at around the same position, but then didn't finish the race for some reason. I don't know if he got disconnected in the end, or if he just decided to not finish the race, not sure. But of course, 6th place will give you quite a lot of points, so it's definitely worth finishing. Let's see here, Raysons, yeah, Raysons still got the local record, and with 3/10 of a second, so I don't know, might get the double. Link still in top 10 at 7th place, just ahead of Speed Need and Thompson. And Spam at 10th place right now. And of Marseille 9 with 4 seconds. It's a bit of a gap there. Then we got Koons 12th, Can at 13th, and Massa has dropped down to 14th place now. And this mysterious boy player is at 15th place. I don't know, I feel like I want to follow this battle between Wally and Carl Jr. for 2nd place. Feels like that's the most exciting one. As we see Tween improving his local record. Where is Tween? He's at 19th place, so outside of the top 15 right now. Overlapping Mr. Moo, and soon also Infused. And Wally is Gaining a bit of time here on Raisons. Less than 5 seconds behind now. And, yeah, one major mistake from Raisons and he could definitely lose his first place. It's not going to be easy to win this one. Coons with a new local record, 156.35 at 9th place with that. And he's 27 seconds behind Raisons in the lead. And this is definitely a good start for Wally on this lap. He's now 4.5 seconds behind Raisons. Gaining on him for each checkpoint. And creating a bit of a distance down to Carl Jr. They were definitely closer to each other in the previous lap. So yeah, this could actually be a very good time by Wally if he keeps it up all the way to the end. I wish the local records actually showed like 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, etc. and not like only top 3. That would have been more useful, since I would have known then what Wally's best lap is. It's 3.5 seconds behind Raisons now. Yeah, I think this could be a very good time by Wally. Perhaps a new local record. There we go, last turn. Builds up decent speed as well. What will his time be? It's 155.61. That is the second local record. So he's still behind Raisons with about 2/10. And also Carl Jr. actually had a really good time. And then Hobby Flyer will get a new local record 155.22. And he's at 5th place now in the live rankings. So yeah, I don't know. Will Raisons try to respond to that and get back the time? He's actually losing quite a lot of time on Wally. Wally now 3 seconds behind. Also Coons with a time under 156. As he's up to 11th place in the ranking. We are soon into lap 17 out of 23, so this is nearing its conclusion. And as it looks right now, I believe Roa and Haviflyer will still be at 1st and 2nd place in the. I mean, Roa will go up to 2nd place. It will pass Marseille 9. He's at 12th. And then Marseille 9 might lose his 3rd place, we'll see. So many players who are close to top 3. Just gonna take a quick look at the grid. Let's see here. So yeah, Tween is at 83, Shorty also at 83, Spam at 81. So those 3 players are also close to top 3. Shorty might be able to pass Marseille 9, not sure. Wally's still about 3.5 seconds behind. Carl Jr. losing some time on Wally at 3rd. And then Roa has lost a couple of seconds. He's now 4 seconds behind Carl Jr. It was only 2, I want to say, a couple of laps ago. So more and more looks like Raisons, Wally and Carl Jr. will be on the podium this week. Let's see here. Then we got Link, who is 6 seconds behind Roa. It's quite a lot. But he's only half a second ahead of Haviflyer. And then also Shorty is close to those two players. And then we have another gap down to Speed You Need, 4 seconds behind Shorty. Thompson 2 seconds or 1.5 second behind Speed You Need. And then an additional 4 seconds down to Spam at 10th place. Koons is closing in on Spam. Actually will pass him even, so Koons is up to 10th place now. Marseille 9 quite far behind Spam, 6 seconds. And the Flyer at 13th, the Mysterious Boy at now at 13th position. Nugget at 14th, Flyer at 15th. Alright, I don't know, I guess I'll follow Wally here to see if he can perhaps catch up to Raisons and give him a fight for first place. Although he's losing some time again now, 4 seconds behind as we enter lap 18 out of 23. Yeah, that is true. Raisons has actually also a Canadian skin, but this is he's not actually driving with the Canadian skin. It's just the game for some reason always gives you random country skins if you don't have download on, which I don't have. So I believe he's playing with the Team Acer skin. Yes, he is, but it's not showing, unfortunately. And all of a sudden he's now 5 seconds behind Wally, or ahead of Wally. So Wally lost some momentum. Carl Jr. again close to him. Only about 1 second behind. It's 52 seconds between first and 22nd place right now. See, it's interesting if Raisons will try to get the best lap as well. It's not gonna beat it that lap at least. Still the same top three. It's been this for quite a long time now. Raisons at first, Wally at second, and Carl Jr. at third. And Roa is not really getting any closer. 6 seconds behind Carl Jr. at fourth place. Flyer at fifth. We take a quick overview here. We still got 154 players driving in the race, so that's awesome to see. Raisons, Wally, Carl Jr. top 3, Roa 4th, Flyer 5th, Shorty 6th, Link 7th, Speed You Need 8th, Koons up to 9th, Spam 10th, Marseille 9 11th, Flyer 12th, Tween 13th, Thompson 14th, and Nugget at 15th place. I don't know, there's not really any close battles here, not at least in the very top. We do have a pretty close fight between, not really actually, it's between Link and Shorty. They are pretty close to each other, so you can follow Link through this lap. Overlapping circuit breaker. Oh, got a landing bug in the dirt. Nice time from Wally, 155.47. Yeah, Raysons definitely need to take some risks if he wants to keep this first place. Not drive safely. Ooh, I think Link clipped the wall to the right just before the stretch. It's not gonna get good speed. And with that, Shorty is now ahead with 2 seconds. We are into lap 20 out of 23. We are nearing the end of the race. Will we see Raysons winning for the 13th time? Was away from the race for quite a long time, but that does not seem to make much of an impact on Raysons. He's back to where we left him, basically at first place. Always such a dominating performance from Raysons. Definitely regarded as one of the best all-rounder in this game, and also endurance player, and also time attack player. He knows it all. Alright, Carl Jr. now almost 4 seconds behind Wally, so looks like at best Carl Jr. will take 3rd place, which is not too bad. This is still 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds ahead of Roa at 4th place. Alright, Raysons entering lap 21. Does not seem to go for any huge risks. Trying to regain the best lap. Good time there from Roa, 1:55.87. Has been at 4th place for a long time. Yeah, in general, pretty large distances between the players at the top. Not too many close battles. Only that Shorty and Link who are within 1 second. Otherwise, in top 10, it's not really that close. Actually, Spam and Coons are pretty close to each other. 9th and 10th place. But then there's 10 seconds down to Mars A9 at 11th place. Can follow Coons through this lap. Oh, mistimes the jump and gonna fall on his back. He will have to respawn unless he can turtle himself back on the wheels, and he can. Nice stuff there from Coons, but he's gonna lose a lot with it. He's still at 10th place because he had such a big lead over Mars A9, but yeah, looks like Spam will take 9th place. That could have been much worse for Coons though had he respawned, but was able to get back on the wheels, which is not that easy. So good stuff from Coons. Perhaps been practicing that kind of stuff since he's been participating in the Territory Cup, which got very difficult tracks, LOL tracks. Oh, Wally! Is Wally at first? Yes, he is. Where's Raysons? Raysons has dropped down to 2nd place. Raysons drops down to 2nd place with 2 laps left to go. Oh my god, will Wally take it home instead? I'm very curious what happened to Raysons. He had such a comfortable lead, 5 seconds, and now he's at 2nd place, 1 second behind Wally. And soon only 1 lap left to go. Well, we got some excitement at least. Can Raysons come back from this? I don't know. He's still about 1 second behind Wally. We'll have to take some risks now if he wants to catch up. There's no other way. Wally will not drive safely here either. He knows he's only now 7,800 ahead of Raysons, who's gaining time. Wally versus Raisons for the win. This 47th edition of fB's weekly race. This would be Wally's fourth first place. Oh, we almost hit the wall. Almost went too wide. And if Raisons wins, this will be his 13th time. Both players are very familiar of being on the podium. Alright, we are about to enter the last lap. Wally still with the lead, 6,200 ahead of Raisons, who got nothing to lose now. He will have to take some risks if he wants to catch up. Starts with some zigzag movements to build up the speed. And he's now down to 3,800 behind Wally. He's gaining on each checkpoint. We can't stop now. We need to continue to push it. Good speed section there from Wally, I think. Yeah, he did. He was about 10 hundredths faster than Raisons. See, this part could prove to be important. Wanna make the jump as small as possible, and Raisons will hit the wall. Raisons tries to risk it, try to keep as much speed as possible, but instead clip the wall, and that means Wall is now 2.5 seconds ahead, on his way to win the race. We don't really have that many difficult parts left to go, so if Wally plays it safe, I'm pretty certain he will be the winner of the race. 3 seconds ahead of Raisons now. Wally of course knows that he is in the lead. And also Roa has gone up to 3rd place, has passed Carl Jr. Interesting. So many changes here in the end of the race. Otherwise not very exciting, but all of a sudden we had a close battle for 1st place, but it is Wally who will come out as the winner. Raisons tried to catch up, but did not pay off. And here we go, last couple of turns for RTA Wally, also playing for Team Hot. Last turn, and then just a stretch left to go. Congratulations to Wally winning the race for the 4th time. And here's Raisons, was in the lead for almost the whole duration of the race, but will have to settle for 2nd place. And who's gonna take 3rd? It is Roa, still ahead of Carl Jr. So Roa will be on the podium again. Was on the podium last week as well. Here's Flyer, will take 5th place, not too shabby. And then we got Link at 6th, Shorty at 7th, Speedy Need at 8th. Spam has gone up to no, it was still at 9th place, never mind. So Spam will take 9th ahead of Tween, who is up to 10th place, has passed Marseille 9. Will take 11th, Flyer will take 12th, Coons drops down to 13th, Boy will take 14th. Then we got Saber on his way to take the last position that will give you points in the season at 15th place. Thompson will take 16th, Nugget 17th, Pilesore at 18th, Masa at 19th, Corey at 20th, 21st, Mail at 21st, Sir at 22nd, Fuzzy has a close battle here with Can. Whoa, that was close. And Can will stay in front. No, actually they have the exact same time, but Can will take it 23rd place, Fuzzy 24th, Black 25th, Razorlight 26th, Clockran 27th, Sirs 28th, Sky 29th, Danik V 30th, Maddox 31st, Scotty 32nd. We got Seven 27 at 33rd, Lime Green at 34th, Kilburn at 35th, Bergie at 36th, Mixmode at 37th, Papu at 38th. Barely keep up. We got Carset taking 39th, ahead of Cami at 40th, Vale at 41st, El Worm at 42nd, Chaosan next up at 43rd. Then we got Magic Man at 44th, 8 minutes left on the clock. Berserk will take 45th, Fredel Shaman 46th, Cineon 47th, Tirley 48th, Loomer 49th. And here's Chapo on his way to take 50th. And we got Sundra, 1 turn left to go, ahead of Kenny. So we'll take 51st this week. Kenny, 52nd, ahead of his teammate, the Stool, at the 53rd. We got Shosa at 54th, Skid Racer at 55th, Bonfire at 56th. True will hit the wall, but no one will pass him. He will take 57th. Mentos 58th, Locks Out 59th, Infused 60th, Era 61st, Pocadur at 62nd. We got Eagle at 63rd. Anthony 37 at 64th, Snowman at 65th, Mario at no, Mogies will take 66, Mario 67th, Sona 68th. Naken will see Dodeka pass him, so he will take 70th instead. DJ 71st. We got Impact Deagle at 72nd, ahead of Nyx at 73rd. Hawk at 74th. 6 minutes left to go on the clock. Make Love will take 75th. And we got Happy. G-Tax will pass, I think, or maybe not. No, G-Tax 76th, Happy 77th, Mellow will take 78th, Comhem 79th, Alex 80th, Huey 81st, Mr. Moo 82nd, Hugo next up. And we'll take 83rd. Then we got Simplix 84th, and Heart next up at 85th. Funny Raceman Jr. will not finish, so instead Krim is next up. Will Crash. Will anyone pass? No, still ahead of Pierre, who is from the same team as Gaming. Got 5 minutes left on the clock now for everyone to finish the race. Krim will do so and take 86th. Then we got Pierre at 87th. Mayhem will take 88th. Ahead of Ninja at 89th. And then we got Debricious driving into the finish at 90th place, ahead of Ben at 91st, Diablo at 92nd, Famus at 93rd, Gurangu at 94th, Don't Care at 95th, Dunsty at 96th, Cookie at 97th, and then Suras at 98th, Josgo at 99th, Tangling Walnut at 100th place, yes, K-Runs at 101st. Not sure how to pronounce this name, but we'll take 102nd. Greater will take 103rd or not? No, he will. 103rd ahead of Circuit Breaker at the 104th. Next up is Talkie at 105th. Premic at 106th. We got Anto at 107th. Next up is Nell. We've still got a couple of turns left to go. 4 minutes left on the clock. And here are the players who are still driving in the race. Let's see if they can all finish it as well. Nell will be able to for sure. Nell 108. And then we got Fire Ghost 109th, ahead of Darkside Cookie at 110th, and then Akalik at 111th. He's ahead of the next player with quite a lot. 13 seconds in fact. Akalik will take 111th. Here's Boss Bravo. Last turn, but no one is close to him, so he will take 112th. Next up is App Red for WTC. 3 minutes left on the clock. Through the last dirt turns. take 113th place. Sunkus is next up, 114th. Then we got Elephant finishing the race this week at 115th place. Out of Flobber at 116th. And Audit to the Vox at 117th. Molly at 118th. Gotcha at 119th. And then we got Yenxing at 120th. Let's see here. We got 1 minute 35 seconds left to go. Banana should be able to finish the race. fB's as well, I think. Then I'm not so sure. Those might be the last two players who will be able to finish this one. Not sure if Kalakaku can also finish it, we'll see. But Banana will take 121st. Not too far behind is fB's. As we see the last players finishing here, just a reminder that tomorrow I will be casting the ESL Go 4 monthly final starting at 3 PM CET, and also I will be casting Team Acer versus Speedo Team in Team Masters Team Cup at 9 PM CET. So tune into those matches if you want. Alright, so fB's will take 122nd, and then next up is Kalakaku. 40 seconds left to go, is on the last lap. But I don't know, this might be too late. Yeah, I think so, it's too far away. I'm gonna save the replay. There we go. 15 seconds left on the clock. Kalakaku still got quite a far way to go, so let's just summarize the race instead. Wally was able to win it. This was his 4th time winning the race. But yeah, Raysons kind of lost this race, had the lead for such a long time, but then 2 laps left to go. He allowed Wally to pass him. Not sure what happened, but it'll be interesting to find out. And Roa was also able to pass Colt Jr. in the end and take 3rd place. And best lap, of course, went to who? fB's with a time of 1:55.22. So that's gonna be the race. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks for watching. See ya.